Hi, this is Dr.C on ChiTV, and I'm here at Expo West in beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia, 2011. Very special guest, Sherry Torkos. Sherry, how are you?
I'm great. It's so good to see you.
And you have a new book. Tell us about your book.
I do. My new book is called Saving Women's Hearts. And this book is the result of a collaboration between myself and my friend, Dr. Martha Galati, who I have a long history of knowing her. We went to McMaster University together, and over the years we just talked about teaming up to put together a book to educate women on heart disease prevention, because heart disease is a woman's #1 killer, yet many women just aren't aware of their risk or some of the unique factors that affect women's hearts.
Now, you're into nature in a big way, and you're one of the advisors for the CSNA education program, and we're so delighted to have you part of what we are trying to achieve, which is to educate and stimulate and elevate the minds of people. For a woman who is maybe in her 20s and 30s, what kind of advice do you have for her in terms of preventing some of these negative effects that the medical system is spending all this money on trying to treat?
Well, that's just the key, because a lot of people neglect their heart health until something happens later in life, until you're 50 or 60, you get high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and yet the process of heart disease begins in that first decade of life. So we actually start to lay plaque down in our blood vessels when we're, in our teenage years. So that's really the critical time to be proactive. So for people that are, tuning in, listening, and they're in their 20s, 30s, or 40s, you still need to be proactive. Don't think that heart disease is something that just affects older people. It doesn't, and it starts early in life. So being proactive, eating a heart-healthy diet, which of course we hear a lot about, high in soluble fiber, healthy fats, lean protein, nutrient-dense foods, so critical. Regular exercise, moderate physical intensity activity, getting enough sleep, enough stress management, finding ways to unwind and relax, and taking supplements that have been clinically researched to offer benefits such as aged garlic extract, fish oils, and plant sterols, and all those wonderful things.
Now, you're a new mother, I understand.
I am.
And tell us a little bit about your son and what you've learned as a mother when it relates to health and nutrition, for example.
Oh, you know what? This is my greatest passion in life, being a mother, and I'm so fortunate to be blessed with this child. His name is Phoenix, and he's now 10 months old. And he's at that stage where we introduced him to foods not too long ago, and he's eating an organic vegetarian diet. He's a picture of health. My baby's 10 months old and has not had one cold or flu, despite being surrounded many times by a lot of sick people. He's got a very strong, healthy immune system. He takes probiotic supplements every day and vitamin D, and we're just trying to instill our virtues and our passion for good health into him at a young age.
And it's obvious, because we're both parents, that the standards that you set in the home are going to have a massive impact on his thinking as he grows up in it.
That's right, and we grow our own vegetables in the summertime, and I want him to understand about the importance of the earth and taking care of the earth, and how we can grow our own food, and we can eat our own food, and clean, pure, healthy food that hasn't been sprayed with pesticides, and we're just really excited to be able to teach him about these things that we're passionate about.
You're a champion of this game that we call the sport of living, and you have made so much of a difference in the lives of so many people as a pharmacist and as an individual with a good heart. So we really want to thank you and give you the credits that you deserve.
Thank you. It's my pleasure, and I appreciate working with you guys.
This is Dr.C on ChiTV. Remember, there is no life without Chi.